Well, now, continuing with the definition of 0 point, I would like to talk to you a little bit about breath. In Unity in Motion, the movement is actually the breath, and we will talk to you more about it as we learn the motions. But right now, it's nice for you to start thinking and begin to practice breath, because then the breath ensures that you are not becoming locked by defining the placement again. Remember that the placement is actually more based in the center of a space and your understanding of the metrics and your understanding of the joints. Remember that the elbow, the wrist, and the shoulder, elbow, wrist, and shoulder correspond to the center of your heart. And the same with your legs, even though your legs are bended right now. The knee, the ankle, and the hip, the knee, the ankle, and the hip correspond to the placements of your hip. Now, the best to start feeling the breath is to thinking about the breath in 10 counts. 4 counts to start from the pelvic floor, to breathe very gently all the way up to the top of the head. And then from the top of the head, there is like a little pause that you can begin to descend down from the breath all the way down to the pelvic floor. So the breath has a form then of a very narrow oval, and a long elongated oval. It goes up through you and it turns around and descends all the way down through you. The best way to think about this is like if you were to be a hollow form that actually becomes filled by breath and becomes empty through breath, but you don't exaggerate it when you breathe in and you don't deflate the form when you breathe out. So it's just the idea of just allow you to breathe everywhere in your body. So the breath it occurs at the center of a space, through the 7 centers. We're going to breathe like 4 counts up, and then you have 1 count of pause. It means that the breath turns around, and then from that pause, the breathe out becomes very gently the release of the breath all the way down to the pelvic floor. And then when it gets to the pelvic floor, after 4 counts, it turns again around as a pause, and then it breathes in again all the way out to the top of the head through the 7 centers, turns around and breathe out completely. So we're going to do it for a second. We're going to do it together. In the beginning, as I said, just picture it going up and down through the breath. Then, as you practice more, you begin to recognize that you're breathing everywhere in your body. So you breathe to your legs, you breathe in your arms, you breathe everywhere. Yeah. So we'll start very gently. I'm going to count 5, 6, 7, and 8, and count 1 is beginning to breathe out. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and start 1. That's the solar plexus, 2 is the chest, 3 and 4 is the crown. And now turn around and begin to become empty with the breath. Start descending to the throat and the shoulders and arms, which is your heart. Solar plexus, if you need to move, just move. Pelvic floor, turning around, breathing in. Turns around, breathing out. Pelvic floor, turns around, breathing in. Add your arms this time. Turns around, descending. 1, 2, solar plexus, pelvis, pelvic floor, turns around, going up. Pelvic floor, solar plexus, chest, throat, head, breathing out, turns around, breathing out. Again, from the pelvic floor, 1. This time put yourself even more at the center of the space. 2, 3, and 4. And then descending inside of you, 1, 3, and 4. Okay. You can practice this a lot. It's wonderful. Now, when you breathe in, you can breathe very, very gently through the nose. When you breathe out, if you like it, just go very gently through your mouth. So gently that if we were to have a candle, it barely will move the flame. So you just become empty. Remember that you're avoiding the idea that you're going to go, because it's like again grabbing the skeleton. So just allow yourself just to breathe naturally, because we are the breath. It's very difficult to become conscious of your breath, because my breath is my life. So I am in it. So breath is very natural and very fluid. And as I said, the movements eventually will guide you to understand it even more. But it's good when you practice 0 point to pay attention with the breath, because then you make sure that you are not becoming, again, like too much like a yogi idea that, too hard. Just soft. You are like really actually extending yourself in all directions. All right? Wonderful. Now we're ready to start practicing the first section, the first movement of unity in motion, and is actually unity in motion. So from here, from 0 point balance, we start 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we start inflowing wave, and you're descending. And now the outflowing wave, 2, 3, and 4. And now again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, foundation. 1, 2, 3, crown. A sphere of earth. Remember, this is suspended wave right here. Suspended wave. This is foundation, the pelvic floor and the inner arc. And from here, the energy races from the pelvic floor, and it goes all the way up through the 7th center to the crown. So this is a good movement for you to start practicing over and over for a while, unity in motion. Yeah? And then, if you want to release the placement, you lift the energy, and lift the energy from within, ascending through the centers, and then the knees will become free. You will begin to notice that once you open the energy, the knees, you see, will become free. Allow yourself to go back, allow yourself to come here, and then just come back from above, right here, comfortable again. And then from here, if you want to, you can go one leg extended, one leg bended. Again, just naturally. The most natural you can get to it, in and out, the best for you. All right?